Now, what we got here? Okay, so what goes on in Daz's den goes on Daz's den. So this is my 2014 Golf GTI with the factory performance pack fitted, and I've had it for 9 years, and it's about time now to change it. Actually, I have changed it for a more practical model with 2 extra doors because we've another child on the way. So the back kept getting pulled, lifting the daughter out of the back seat. So that is kind of the main reason why I have had to change it. So I said I'd buy a car, and while that was going on, since I finished the 1955 Ferguson 20 TVO, I said I'd bring this into the shed, get the wheels refurbed, get the paint corrected. It now looks better than it's ever looked in my ownership of 9 years. The camera is not doing it any justice, to be honest with you. You have to see it in person, it's one of them things. Tornado Red, I think it's a colour that's been going since 1982. It is fairly well spec'd, I have to say, and that's one of the reasons why I kept this for so long. So we'll just do a quick walk around. The lighting in here isn't the best, as much as it's okay on the bonnet, but it can be a little bit hard to see parts of the side of the car. So performance pack brakes on the front here. These are upgraded again to Clubsport S, the 40-year anniversary GTI Clubsport, which was, if you ask me, high point golf GTI. Those brakes are excellent brakes. The rear as well as bigger brakes, basically the same brakes as the Golf R, so they're vented, and they're bigger discs and all that different. I think they're different calipers as well. They're all replaced: calipers, discs, pads, pad clips, shocks, top mount, wheel hubs, wheel bearings, and speed sensors, ABS speed sensors. The rear wiper was taken off. It's all there in a box. I don't like the way these from the factory, and you put them in reverse, it gets the wiper, it uses the wiper and gives it a wiper too, and I don't like if there's grit there and stuff, it ends up scratching the glass. So I just find, because it has a reversing camera, it's something that I usually like to remove. There's a Clubsport S exhaust fitted, and the Clubsport S diffuser as well in gloss black. And to complement that has the Golf or Performance Pack spoiler lip. It's really subtle, it's nice, and it ties in with the gloss black little side spoiler pieces here. And it has the facelift GTI rear lights, genuine as well, with the dynamic indicators, LED reversing bulbs, which I always thought was nice considering the originals were halogen. It is the best car that I've ever owned. Gloss black mirror caps. The previous owner, being the first owner of this car, the person who ordered it, did some nice tasteful little bits as well, like LED door courtesy lights. And then the spec then he put in it was out of this world. These are half leather Alcantara seats, so you have your half leather bit here, you have your Alcantara in here, and that doesn't seem to wear at all like the cloth seats would, because it moves, so there's no friction. And the classic tartan. And what you also get then, which is a lovely touch, is you get this kind of leather here. Whether it's real or fake, I don't know, but it's a lot nicer than the cloth door cards, I think, because the cloth door cards are kind of rough, if you ask me, and when you're leaning your arm on it and stuff like that, they do kind of seem to get dirty. It has the bigger infotainment screen, Discover sat nav, DSG direct shift gearbox, 6-speed. This seems to be better than the 7-speed that's in my newer car. I just prefer how it changes. I prefer how it drives in automatic, and it's very high geared. It's higher geared than the Golf R, Clubsport, manual DSG. It revs 500 revs less than them. So when you get it out on the good road in top gear, it's very tame, it's very comfortable, low revs, and it's surprisingly economical. It has used about on average up to 42 mile per gallon long term in the warmer months, and at the moment now we're just coming out of the cooler months in the winter. I think it's sitting about 38.5. That's using heated seats. Thankfully it has those, and they work very well with the cloth because it heats up quick, and it has heated washer jets. I'm doing a little bit of plastic restoration in there at the moment, trying out bits and pieces, so I will finish that when I'm happy. I'm also doing that on the rubbers there as well. We're building that up slowly. So we'll just go through a bit of the spec here. So I have the folder of receipts here. I've put down a piece of timber because we have a dirty workbench. So we're going to just throw it down on that. We're not. The car looks a little bit out of place in here, I suppose, with everything. The fact that there's usually vintage vehicles in here. But look, we all need a car. This has been my car for 9 years. This is actually a really good document to have. It's the car's data or spec sheet, and it basically outlines everything that the car is fitted with. Everything. I always find this kind of a really interesting read. It makes you appreciate what goes into some of these. Chrome package, camera, distance sensor, yeah, it's all there. I thought that was really, really nice to have, because it's just one of them things you don't get with every car, so I like that. It has a second key. Battery's gone, but it's there. I know that I used to keep a battery in it, a nice GTI keyring, and kind of a lanyard as well. Came with the car, so we are keeping it with the car. And then this is some of the spec that the car has here. The keyless entry, side windows tinted, 35% privacy glass, navigation, European maps, anti-theft alarm system, which is fairly rare. Not everyone specs these, and it doesn't come standard. Reverse and camera, adaptive chassis control is seriously nice. Normal comfort sport setting for the shocks. The car is lowered on racing line springs by VW when it was, I think, about 2 months old, so it works very well with that. And all the sensors were calibrated to suit that. Dynamic light assist. I think it's the first right-hand drive Golf in the world to have that. So let me do a little bit of explaining about this. You need to have the camera. And that's a lane assist camera as well. It also has lane assist. And what happens with dynamic light assist, it's actually pure entertainment. When you're driving down the road and you meet someone, say high vis, they're wearing a high vis, it literally cut them out in darkness while keeping the other light on full beams. And likewise, when you come up to a car, you can actually keep your left hand side, this side here, on full beams, and you'll see the line of the light will just be is it above or below the reg plate, but it means that your visibility is maximum. And it doesn't blind drivers. You do not have to turn on your main beams or turn them. Sorry, cut out the camera there. So basically, yeah, it does it all for you. That's really nice. Optional extra. It says Napa leather, but it's not. Napa leather is the standard leather. It's actually a half leather Alcantara. I think that was the seats in the car were fairly hard to get, but he managed to get them. But they're definitely not known as Napa. Napa is standard leather. Winter pack, heated seats, heated washer jets, and the sat nav there. And you can see the date, everything there. It's very transparent. It's all there. There's some lovely documents to have. All of these shipping documents, and then we're into service history. I kept the car serviced until it was 7 years old in main dealers. So we have all of them there. So look, oil, filters, all of that, and inspections, measuring the tyres, the amount of meat left in the tyres, it's all there. Nice to have that. So we've all of them in there. There's more, all the parts that were bought for the car. Basically what we're talking about here is a lot of service. A lot of service history. I'm not going to go through all of it, but you can take my word for it that it is everything that was done to the car is there. The car was rolled and roaded by a local German car enthusiasts group, and it produced 242 horsepower and 365. That's 15 up on horsepower, 15 up on torque. And the NCT, for Irish people will be familiar with that, and they're all there. All of the pass sheets, everything's there. None of them were thrown out, obviously. They're all kept. So that's your bundle of national car tests. And then there's other documents as well that are kind of nice to have, such as the spec guides and basically all of the optional alloys and seats and models and powers and engines. So that is what comes with the car, along with its owner's manual, and the service manual, and that is up to date and it's full and complete, and that is in the glove box of the car. All of your booklets included, service schedules are all there, and we're right up. I did most of the servicing in the latter years, so I wrote in everything I did. You have the owner's manual if you want to read up about the features, and you have Discover Pro book on the sat nav. So that is basically what comes with the car paperwork wise. Fitted with 18-inch Austin alloys. Boot has all of its bits and pieces intact. Parcel shelf. Boot floor can be lowered. Lighting in here is capped. Spare wheel. All of the tools that came with the car. Apart from that, because I have it in my little shelf here. And there we go. Now we're complete. All of the jacks, spare wheel never used. And that can be lowered on a lower setting in there as well. So, there it is. It'll break my heart letting this go, but I simply can't keep two of them. But this is the last proper GTI, if you ask me. Everything after this is all about emissions. This has no filters in the exhaust. It makes a great bang out exhaust when you drive it in manual mode using the flappy paddles. So we've got flappy paddles in here, downshift, upshift. We have plus and minus basically for changing with this. We've a sport, automatic. Yeah, it has a lot of standard equipment. Radio doesn't work in here obviously because we've no coverage. It has the nav, the bigger screen. It has the heated seats. It has the Climatronic as well, which was an optional extra rather than just one knob. Your passenger can change theirs to suit them. Auto lights, obviously we have auto off now. If we turn on auto, we get the main beams and the dip beams, and I've replaced both of those Xenons in the last couple of months. Now, off with the lights, beeps, beep, beep. We have lovely LED kind of door strip light there and there. And we have, no, they turn on, yeah, puddle lights. Engine, very little to see. Standard, modern kind of setup. Very torquey. I find very torquey. Spark plugs were changing that as well, along with air filter lately and a full engine oil and filter service. It's never thrown a fault code. It's never left me on the side of the road. It has been a joy to own, a joy to drive. It's one of the cars that it's just a real enthusiast car. So I said I'd put up this video so if someone was interested in it I could send them on the video rather than me having to be texting them over and back and sending pictures and stuff like that. Very genuine car. The shine is spectacular on it. But at least it's been replaced with another GTI. Although this one really is the one to be keeping, I think. But it's just I can't. With another kid coming, I really do need the rear doors. So we're going to leave it there. And I'm sure we'll be back soon with another video on something more vintage, but for now, that's where we're going to leave it. So, Slán Tamil.